Hello there, 15th of December 2020, and to an important point regarding this story in the inner field and the mentioning by now on occasions this factor of telepathy, this capacity of these shamans of reading minds of others, being able to see the activities and read someone to a certain extent, not necessarily though with the true power of discrimination learned, for instance, from certain traditions like Buddhism or Tibetan lineages, etc. As the interpretation can vary so much from person to person, even with such powers which are out of the ordinary. However, what has dawned on me since the period, and I've been meaning to share this on camera, is that when I mention this phenomena of telepathy, that is one part of the story that surely I have experienced in this principle for grandees who have this skill, but something that has differed from most other individuals of grandness and magnitude is that it has only been three who actually talked to me. And this is something I would almost not put in the category of telepathy, meaning sure, they read my mind and can, when tuning in to whoever they wish, to a certain point see their activities, etc. But this is something that has only really come to my attention recently, as I was so taken and bewildered that since 4 years this is continuously happening to me. But now to this main point. This so-called Lakpati from Switzerland, almost since day one of over 4 years ago in 2016, within 10 days of sending this so-called mail to him, electronic, and considering the circumstances, I guess, or whatever, as he was already in a unusual situation himself, is the fact that he was not just reading my thoughts and then, as I often share, transferring thoughts, or like he does in this last year, to others, or just to me. He literally has this conduct or behavior of and capacity of talking, meaning I hear him talking to me as if he was like sitting 2 meters far from me. It's like there's a voice inside my ear talking to me. I have to give credit to instead Isaac from Australia, who I lived at his house over 10 years ago, who pointed that out, and that is actually a difference between, as I've now mentioned, communication at a distance in the form of what one would think is telepathy, meaning reading someone's mind, etc. And in fact, another individual where I have now experienced this actual talking is this Isaac. The third and last and only other one who has also behaved in this way is so-called Nicoletta, a lady, you could almost call her a witch of Central Europe, who I at least knew and frequented in a period of maybe a few months, 3-4 months, over 20 years ago. Other than that, I have never experienced other people of power actually talk to me. And when chatting about it, we like saying, as we prattle on a lot, myself and Isaac, in this situation where we're so under pressure from this need of this Lakpati to constantly be in yakking mode, is the fact that indeed it is really something that only a person of such a magnitude of power can do to another individual in the norm like myself. And I repeat, the first 2 years when this was happening to me, I could not understand it properly. As he was just talking to me, I thought it was maybe with the use of technologies, and in fact there is the presence of that. But it's something that is independent of anything. It is really and truly through their power and just that they can do this. But I leave you with the final understanding that that does not mean, for instance, anyone who has met this Lakpati or other shames, that they will experience this. I know for a fact that in this year of group communication, where he reads my mind and then transfers it to others and makes it kind of public what I'm thinking, and this real transfer of mind to mind, etc. This actual conduct of speaking, he's really still doing it just to myself. He would never dare actually start talking to someone else. And the final bizarre part of it is that sure, I can try and still my mind with this telepathy, or ignore the fact that someone is listening into my thoughts or trying to connect others through my thoughts. But this actual talking is something else. And what is almost like humorous is that one of the few ways of stopping it, and possibly the only one, is when I actually close my ears, like as if I was in the room with someone and wanting to tap my ears so I did not hear them. It actually works even in this form, even if they're not here. This talking can be stopped from my closing my ears, or even rolling this lower part inside, which makes me think that maybe there is ultimately some gadgetry or that I should look into as a way of being able to close my ears, for instance, for people like who suffer with noise when they're trying to sleep. Maybe there's an even more sophisticated form that could block my ears, because it's the same experience as if you're hearing someone in the same room. So as odd as this is, I'm happy that I can share this to others, because it's truly something I had absolutely no idea was a reality or possible. And I have been living this for over 4 years, first with Nicoletta and Lakpati, and this last year also with Isaac. And Isaac, compared to Lakpati, will talk to others, literally chat to them the way I've just been expressing. But I don't think Lakpati does that. He just broadcasts my thoughts. So once more, thank you for watching, and I'll keep you updated on what's happening once more. Thank you.